Men are not selecting Tracee Ellis Ross's. Not for marriage.
Definitely not.
She can still get it. There are a lot of guys who would slay that easy. Would have no problem even being seen with her in public.
Yeah.
But would a man that she wants do it?
Kendra G's nasty ass attitude, and we can see that Kendra G's only available option was a young scammer from Nigeria that had 17 last names. She couldn't get anybody in the industry that will touch her with a 10-foot pole. Why? Nasty ass attitude, and nobody can put up with her or deal with that every day. That's just May 5th, 2025 will mark 3 years since Kevin Samuels passed away. But even though he's gone,
may rest in peace to Godfather.
He's kind of still here. Let me explain. Kevin Samuels' message is still strong, and it's stronger than ever before. His old videos speak truth to power in today's time, especially with the class of women that he identified as quote-unquote modern women. Now, I think it's really funny that Kevin Samuels was labeled many times as a misogynist by women who are misandrous themselves. Remember when Kevin Samuels checked Kendra G?
This is why young, I'm gonna stop you right here, man. I'm gonna stop you right here, and I'm gonna stop you right here. This is why young women are stopped coming to you, ladies. This is as the woman who called my show last night asking, who are you to be giving all this advice? And then this 46-year-old woman, young women are stopped listening to y'all because you won't stop.
Stop it. Get some help.
There's a reason there are 32,000 people watching my show, and a lot of them are women because you're not telling them the truth. You won't be direct with them. You won't just tell them.
They won't tell them the truth.
If you want
women will never tell each other the truth. They rather lie to each other than tell them the truth. That will save them from themselves.
to have your career, it's gonna cost you.
Yeah, yeah.
You won't tell them.
Even as a guy, that same thing. Focusing mainly on a career will cost you, will cost and affect your social life. Finding a wife, a girl, like, cause it's just how it is. You can't have both. You can't have it all. That's normal.
If you want to get married and have kids, you need to do it before a certain age to have a better shot. You know better, but you won't tell them.
In this same video, Kendra G admitted that she missed her point in her life to get a high value guy. Yet and still, Kendra G went around talking about black men like a dog. But it was okay. We found out that Kendra G was actually dating a younger man with her bad attitude. And what was that younger man accused of doing?
Hey, how was that Kendra G scrutinizing women about their requirements and preferences in a mate when she's parading around Los Angeles and being love bombed by Hush Puppy Jr., the Nigerian Deo, aka Donovan Johnson, aka Don Johnson, aka Reginald Green, aka Terrence Reed, aka James Wright, aka Timothy Price, and the list goes on. She is head over heels in love with a notorious scammer that recently came home from federal prison for bank fraud, credit card fraud, wire fraud, identity theft, and money laundering. Her Instagram.
I didn't know she was dating Hush Puppy. That's crazy. And I'm Nigerian. I'm not really into the Nigerian celebrity kind of stuff, but still, I know about Hush Puppy. I didn't even know this.
That Kendra G is Scam Central and screams scam likely. So when I did drop this email in her DM, as I told her I would, and text her, she didn't say a goddamn thing. But she had a lot of motherfuckers out trying to keep me or trying to scare me from even receiving this information.
That's right. He was younger and a scammer. And Kendra G never even spoke on these allegations because of the embarrassment. Fast forward. Now we have Tracee Ellis Ross, who, of course, has went viral for talking down on men, saying that older men.
As usual. What a new thing. Women talking down on men. Society talking down on men. Wow. Like we haven't been used to this for the past maybe, I wouldn't say a decade, but it's kind of coming up to a decade now. But yeah.
Men are toxic and she prefers younger guys. Well, this is interesting because Kevin Samuels talked about Tracee Ellis Ross even a few years ago.
Men are not selecting Tracee Ellis Ross's. Not for marriage.
Definitely not.
She can still get it. There are a lot of guys who would slay that easy.
There are other guys that would slay pretty much anything that has two legs. Like literally. So.
Would have no problem even being seen with her in public.
Yeah.
But would a man that she wants do it?
And I want you to hear exactly what he has to say.
Let's imagine the man that Tracee Ellis Ross would get. Chances are he would be younger. Maybe some up-and-coming young actor. Can you imagine a woman like Tracee Ellis Ross with a 58-year-old CEO of a Fortune 50 company, an accomplishment? No, they needed a completely different woman.
No.
But then he makes this particular appeal to the ladies.
And that's the ultimate point. The longer you're by yourself, the less likely you can be a good fit for anybody else. I'm going to ask you ladies.
It is.
Especially you women.
Don't blame us. It's nature. Nature designed you like that. And yes, as an older guy, if I was in the 50s, I don't want to get with a 50-year-old woman. Unless, obviously, that's my wife or whatever. But if I was a single guy, I'm going to date younger. I'm going to date way younger. I'm not going to date 50-year-old women. Like, hell no. Or would I? And especially if I'm very, very successful. Like, it's common sense. For guys, obviously not for women. Because women like to think they know what men think. But you guys don't. As much as like to claim you know what women want and what we think, you don't at all.
Over 35, what are you going to be willing to give up?
Oh yeah, what are you willing to give up? Sacrifice is a hard thing to do, especially in your middle 40s when you sacrifice your 20s, your 30s, and all the other years to be somewhere nice in your 40s or 50s. So it's hard for any adult to want to continue to sacrifice. But he asked, what are you willing to sacrifice? Because if you want more, you got to give up more because it's your responsibility to give the people what they want, especially if you want to be there. But let's see what Tracee Ellis Ross says.
Talked about this that often I date younger men.
Let's imagine the man that Tracee Ellis Ross would get. Chances are he would be younger.
Your husband goes, but why? And I said, well, maybe because I can.
Yes.
One of the reasons, though, that because I had to ask myself that question, I was like, what is this about?
Yeah.
Because I want a partner. And so often, and it's not just that I'm older, I'm also very embodied. I am a full, very whole person who knows myself, who is in charge of my life, and who lives a very full, just robust life. So it's not just age, it's like life experience and sort of a difference.
Sure.
But I had to ask myself the question, why? Why does this keep sort of coming up other than they're hot and gorgeous?
There's that.
There's that. But a lot of men my age are steeped in a toxic masculinity and have been raised in a culture where...
So the young ones haven't? If anything, last time I checked, the young ones are even more messed up than the older ones. At least the older ones have in some way or form, their shit together. The younger ones? What? Hell no.
There is a particular way that a relationship looks. And anything that starts to smell of that for me, I did enough of it where I was controlled and felt like I was a possession or...
Women love saying this word too much, man. Control, bruh. God, leave that goddamn bottle, bro. They love saying control, control, control. Bro, you're trying to give a woman an advice as a man. What do you think? Where are they going to take it as? You're trying to control them. You're trying to help them out. You're trying to control them. Bruh, you can't do anything. You can't do or say anything without being labeled as control or manipulative. Like, what do you want me to do then? And then something happens, some shit goes down. Oh, why didn't you tell me? Why didn't you want me? Oh, really? I tried, but guess what he said? I was trying to manipulate and trying to control you. Man, get the hell out of here.
Whatever those things were, or prize, and I have no interest in it, and I will not do it again.
Wait a minute. She wants to date younger men? Oh, wait a minute. Hold on. Kevin Samuels explained that, listen, she will definitely go for a younger guy. And it's not because she's unattractive. Hey, I would definitely do this with her.
I don't like her face, I can't lie, but nah.
A guy wouldn't have a problem being seen with her, but a man who is successful cannot struggle with a lady like Tracee Ellis Ross. It's just not possible. No. It just won't happen. And what did she say? She said, yeah, the older guys are toxic, so that's the reason why I like dating younger men.
Yeah, sure.
And the reason why you want to date younger men is because, well, the younger men like you. Like, I assume that you are a college athlete. Younger men is because, well, the younger men.
I can't lie, her physique is, for her age, I think she's in the 50s, for her age, her physique is Yeah. In good shape. I can't lie. She's doing well physically.
And like you. Like, assume that you are a college athlete. You wanted to go play football at the University of Alabama. You really wanted to play quarterback. You're a good quarterback, but University of Alabama didn't believe in your abilities. So you ended up playing quarterback at San Jose State. Then you get a chance to play against Alabama. You're going to try to prove them wrong. And you know what? For the rest of your life, you might hate the University of Alabama because they didn't give you the opportunity. But you know who did give you the opportunity? The San Jose State Spartans. And let's say you go on and you have a great NFL career, you will always thank San Jose State for giving you that opportunity. This is the same fundamental ideology with Tracee Ellis Ross. The men that she would want would not pay attention to her. It has nothing to do with her beauty. It has nothing really to even do with her age. It's just that she's not willing to sacrifice to be with that kind of man. Because when you want to be with a successful man, there are fewer of them than they are of you. And if you feel like you don't want to sacrifice, then they're not going to do it, right? Like a man is not going to be controlled by a woman like Tracee Ellis Ross.
No way.
So because you're not willing to sacrifice, it's easy to label a man misogynistic. They don't like gays, all of these other things. Because the reality is you want to be in control.
Yeah,
Let me tell you something that my grandfather, who has now passed away, taught me as a young man. Boy, don't you ever let a woman run you. And that's what most successful men who understand what they're worth will understand that. Now, it's okay to compromise. You are going to have to compromise. If you are a man and you want a woman in your life that cares about you, you got to do something to keep her there, which is spending time with her, which is listening to how she wants things, because it still is a relationship regardless of if you have money or not, or if you're an alpha male. Everybody has to incentivize someone to be in a relationship. It's just too bad that Tracee Ellis Ross doesn't understand that. I have understood that now, okay?
She's in her 50s, and you will think with age comes wisdom. Well, recently in the book I've been listening to, Dead made it clear that wisdom does not come with age. It doesn't. Wisdom doesn't come with knowledge essentially either. So
men understand that. We want a woman there. We need to incentivize her. At a point, it doesn't matter about how much you make. You can't be abusive. You can't be talking crazy. You need to incentivize that woman for you to be there if you want to be with her. But the reality is Tracee Ellis Ross doesn't want to incentivize any man. Like, she's the incentive. You know, since you with me, you should be glad you with me. I'm Tracee Ellis Ross. Jigro? What you mean? I'm fine. I'm Democratic. I'm light-skinned. It's like, huh? And again, they just don't get it. And we've been trying to explain it. And every time you try to explain it like this, all of a sudden you hate women. And we can look at Kendra G's nasty ass attitude, and we can see that Kendra G's only available option was a young scammer from Nigeria that had 17 last names. She couldn't get anybody in the industry that will touch her with a 10-foot pole. Why? Nasty ass attitude, and nobody can put up with her or deal with that every day. That's just the reality, folks. You can get mad if you want, and I know that you're mad.
The truth hurts. The truth hurts. And since women are sensitive and essentially the weaker vessel in comparison to men, they can't handle the truth because it will hurt them. Right? That's why women don't tell each other the truth, because they know the truth will shatter. It will shatter them. It will tear them to pieces.
But it's not my fault. Kevin Samuels has been vindicated.
Man, the Godfather was right again.
So guys, what do you think? It's your boy O'Shea Duke Jackson.
The Godfather was right yet again. Shout out to O'Shea Duke Jackson, man.